but now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream look, drop it in it. Give about opinions, I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining, don't got time for the gimmicks. I'm it, squad, 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 I'm it, squad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Dolphins are #1 in rushing yards, going up against the Bears, who will need to be strong up front.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Gets around him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
And some space here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. His throw incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. So that'll back him up 5. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The gun, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'd say that qualifies a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd and long, get them out of their comfort zone, and guess what? Get your crowd into it early, too.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Three yards to go here on second down.
Run.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try to keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Yeldon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They run with Ajayi. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Tannehill to Landry, good for a Dolphin first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now it's Ajayi. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is Ajayi. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Landry, the receiver, in motion left. Here's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Yeldon unable to find a lane. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Carry here for the big tight end. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This is Langford on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Jeremy Langford with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 16. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Second down following the run. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Gets fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return. return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They toss to Langford. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Langford again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. John Fox, a longtime NFL coach. He's addressed the situation and said, we're going on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. John Fox displeased at how that turned out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. In motion left here, Landry. Now a handoff here to his running back. Ajayi hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And got his tight end, Duarte. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2nd and goal to go now. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ajayi, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. but it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They go with Cunningham. They find some open field here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to Meredith. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Cunningham. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Cunningham. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Tannehill on third down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, he's going backwards. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cunningham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now Tannehill is going to turn here and take a timeout, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Landry, the receiver, in motion left. He'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.